What is good, Ninja? OG over here from PlayerEssence, and welcome to the PE Nintendo Switch and gaming news video. Sorry for having this video out a little bit later than what I thought. I was playing Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 online last night with you guys. We live streamed it. It was a ton of fun for Anime Mondays, so make sure you check out the replay of that. I already have that live on the channel. It was a lot of fun, but with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get right into the news. So Red Hook is hoping to have Darkest Dungeon out on the Nintendo Switch this year. So Red Hook Studios co-founder Tyler Sigmund revealed Darkest Dungeon for the Nintendo Switch a couple days back. The news really excited a lot of fans who are eager to double dip on the game, and even guys like me who had no clue what it was but are looking at really cool RPGs to buy on the Nintendo Switch. Now, having Darkest Dungeon to play on the go seems like a great idea, but when can we expect it? Sigmund can't give much confirmation, but he says that he's hopeful that the title will make it out this year. Let's hope that that does happen. So I've been looking over this game quite a bit, and I've been watching some Let's Plays of people play it, and it's a very interesting roguelike RPG. Now, I still don't know whether, like, after you die, if all of your stuff goes away. So if someone can confirm that to me or not, or maybe someone even did in my last video that I did about the Darkest Dungeon coming to Nintendo Switch, if someone can message me on Twitter, whoever sees this, let me know, like, after you die in this game, like, do you lose everything like Has Been Heroes? Because that's the one thing that I'm like, I'm not gonna play another game like that. I need to have some save points. I need to have something that actually logs all my data so that I don't have to completely start over from the very beginning as far as once you die, because Has Been Heroes is like that, and I absolutely hate that. That's the death knell for a game for me. Like these roguelike games, if they make you start all over and don't respect your time, because to me, I don't have a ton of time to play video games, and I don't have time to be replaying stuff over and over, the Dark Souls syndrome or anything like that, which Dark Souls actually saves some stuff here and there. Like, you don't lose completely everything like you do in Has Been Heroes, where like literally that's the whole game, is replaying the same thing and not dying. Then if you do die, well, you lose every single thing that you had. So is Darkest Dungeon like that or not? Can you guys let me know? That would be fantastic. But outside of that, man, it looks amazing. The art in this game is really cool. The narration from the whoever's narrating it is also really good. And the fact that this game is coming to the Switch, I'm telling you guys, a lot of these developers, if the success of the Switch was not happening right now, where were they on the Wii U? The fact that this system to where you can be able to port games over far more easy than, like, let's say the Nintendo Wii U, for example, or for the 3DS. The fact that you're able to port these games over and the Nintendo Switch is seeing success, and indie developers are seeing success. We're seeing some of them sell 100,000 units plus on the Nintendo Switch, like Fast RMX has already, and also other games as well. Kamiko, which is a little $5 game, sold over 100,000 units on the Nintendo Switch at $5 a pop. So we're seeing a lot of developers have success on the Nintendo Switch, so these type of games are going to continue to come. And in my opinion, a lot of these games that are smaller, don't cost as much, they really are what help keep the Nintendo Switch going in between the bigger releases, because most people can't afford $60 games, $2 to $360 games a month. Most people just can't. A lot can only afford like one or two every few months or so. So these smaller titles are a lot easier on people's wallets, so therefore a lot of these titles do get played in between the big games. So I'm looking forward to Red Hook's new game, Darkest Dungeon, on the Nintendo Switch, and a lot of people are excited about it, especially an on-the-go version. That would primarily be the way that I play it, unless I'm live streaming for you guys. So they're looking to have it out this year, so that's exciting, and then not exciting because of all the games that are coming out this year. So let me know what you guys think about Darkest Dungeon coming to Nintendo Switch. Are you excited about the portability aspect, just having to play it on the go, having another version of the game that you can play? I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Alright, and moving on to the next article, we have another new game announcement for the Nintendo Switch. Don't Knock Twice is coming to the system, and possibly this month. So the first-person horror game Don't Knock Twice is coming to Nintendo Switch. A listing on Nintendo's website reveals, assuming the included release date is accurate, it's planned for October 17th. Now, Nintendo's website offers the following overview. Quote, Don't Knock Twice is a first-person horror game based on psychologically terrifying urban legend. To save her estranged daughter, a guilt-ridden mother must uncover the frightening truth behind the urban tale of vengeful demonic witch. Explore a grand manor house and interact with almost every object you see to find and save your daughter. You will explore all depths of the manor, searching for hidden clues and using items to fight or escape the terror that surrounds you. The game is based on the film Don't Knock Twice, starring Katie Sackhoff, Battlestar Galactica, and directed by Katarog James. The Machine. We also have the first trailer of it. You guys are seeing that, so that's interesting. So it's a movie-based game, so I wonder how good this game is. I'm guessing that it's already out on other systems, or it's already been out. I have never heard about this game. I have never heard about the movie. But once again, the Nintendo Switch is attracting all sorts and types of games. Heck, people who work on movies, people who don't, the indie developers, whatever the case is. It looks like it's a pretty intense game as far as the gameplay here and what you do. I see like a skull with the hood over it, a cocktail or something. There's some fire going on, but it does look like a pretty interesting game. And I've heard a lot of people tell me that, hey, we want more horror games on the Nintendo Switch. Like, where are all the horror games at? And we're getting some pretty cool horror games. Darkest Dungeon kind of has that horror aspect to it. We're getting some other ones. I forgot the other one that was just announced, but there was another horror game that was just announced for the Nintendo Switch, and I think it's Hollow. There we go. Hollow was announced for the Nintendo Switch. Then we also have this game as well, Don't Knock Twice, coming. Not sure if it's a good game or not, but hey, more games the better for the most part, and possibly this month. So October, another big month for the Nintendo Switch. We've got Mario Odyssey at the end of the month. We've got Fire Emblem Warriors at the end of the month as well. Plus we have this game coming too. Plus there's probably going to be more. There's probably going to be a lot more announced. There's probably some third-party games that I'm missing in there as well, man. October, Halloween, big month, and I guess, yeah, it makes sense that this game would be coming this month as far as the Halloween and all of that. But yeah, big month planned for the Nintendo Switch. I'm looking forward to just seeing how this game is. I'm not huge on horror games outside of like Resident Evil, but even then, like Resident Evil, I don't even really like the old school ones that were more about the horror. I kind of like the hybrid ones, like the action hybrid Resident Evils from like Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil Revelations, Resident Evil 5. Those are more my style, so I'm not huge on horror, but I like the fact that other people are kind of getting the type of titles that they like to see, or as far as like to come to Nintendo Switch, and horror was one of those games that a lot of people, especially you guys, were out there saying, yeah man, we need more of these games. So it's cool that this is coming. Let me know what you guys think about this game, and if you've played it before, if you know more about it, let me know about it in the comment section below. Alright, and moving on to the last article here. We've got a big discussion because Unity says that 30% of Switch games are made using the engine, and they are working with Nintendo on optimization, which is very, very, very important, especially if 30% of games, over 30% of games, not 30, over 30% are using Unity. Yeah, that needs to be optimized for the Nintendo Switch ASAP. So, Battle Chasers Night War was delayed on the Nintendo Switch, with the developer indicating that Unity was one of the reasons that that was happening. Ukulele also hasn't made it onto the console yet, with the engine also cited, and Playtonic is waiting for Unity 5.6 to help address some technical hurdles. Now, for its part, Unity says that over 30% of games on the Nintendo Switch are made with this tech, and the company is also working with Nintendo to optimize Unity for the platform. Hiroki Omae, Unity's Japan regional director, said in a statement, quote, "Unity has been providing developer support for the Nintendo Switch since day one, and we're proud to report that more than 30% of games released on the Nintendo Switch to date are made with Unity. We continue to partner closely with Nintendo to optimize Unity on the Nintendo Switch, and we are happy to see our developers finding great success on the system." So let's talk about this just a little bit, because Unity is causing problems for a lot of the higher end indie titles, I should say, or higher end mid-range titles. Battle Chasers isn't really an indie title. It's kind of maybe like an indie developer, but THQ Nordic is publishing, so you can't really put it in that category. Ukulele has a lot of funding. There's a lot of stuff going into that game, so it's not the typical lower end indie title, but you can look at it as both of those styles of games. But even the bigger developers and publishers use Unity as well. Square Enix is using Unity for Lost Sphere, and it's, once again, as far as the demo goes, it's 30 frames per second on the Switch, when it has no business being 30 frames per second. As far as how it looks, it should be a 60 frames per second game, yet it's 30 because of Unity. So Unity is causing quite a bit of issues for developers out there. Heck, even on the Xbox One, Ukulele is running at 30 frames per second, and should it be running at 30 frames per second on the Xbox One? I don't know about that, and I think it runs at 60 frames per second on the PS4 Pro or something like that. But either way, they definitely need to get this thing situated, because Unity has been somewhat of a junky engine on the Nintendo Switch. Yes, over 30% of developers are using Unity. That's because the licensing fees, or whatever the case is, after you publish your game and put it out there, aren't anywhere near as high as, let's say, Unreal Engine 4 or CryEngine or anything like that. the licensing fees are a lot lower or non-existent, so a lot of developers are going to opt for that in order to save money, and building your own engine takes a lot of time to do so. Nintendo Switch is the new platform. You want to have something that has support. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why these developers are using Unity. However, it needs further optimization. The fact that we're this far into it and already it's still not really optimized that well. Developers are still having issues. And yes, this is the first 9 months of the system, so maybe I'm being a little bit harsh on it, which I shouldn't be. So let me go ahead and walk it back just a little bit. Yes, like there's going to be some issues with Unity starting out, but it just seems to me like it's really not working too well. Like the fact that it's like so unoptimized to where you can't get something like Lost Sphere running at 60 frames per second when it runs at 60 frames per second on PS4, and the graphics in that game are nothing to write home about. So that's the only thing that I'm a little bit concerned about, is the fact that, you know, you can't get something like that to run better, and the engine seems to be like it's causing issues across the board for multiple different types of games, whether it's 2D, whether it's 3D, whether it's smaller based or not. I mean, Super Bomberman R, that game had all sorts of issues at launch as well. They had to do multiple different things to get it going and get it working really well, to the where like the controls felt good and to where the gameplay ran at 60 frames per second, and they even had to put it down to 720p in order to do that. And if you look at Bomberman, it's like, yo, that game isn't really graphically intense either. So that's the only thing that I'm a little worried about when it comes to Unity. Hopefully by next year they'll have all these issues sorted out, but I'm pretty sure as updates come in, new problems come. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully they can work with Nintendo to make sure that they optimize it and get everything rolling good, so we can start seeing these games not get delayed and things like that. So what do you guys think about Unity when it comes to Nintendo Switch, and how do you feel about some of the delays that we've had regarding this engine? Alright Ninja, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We've got Facebook, we've got Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Really helps to spread the content and PlayerEssence across the interwebs, in addition to YouTube page. Pledge any tier, be entered in to win some awesome prizes each month. In addition to that, we have Discord voice chat and $10 prize eShop tournaments from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and more. And also make sure you check out our brand new live streaming schedule that we're going to be doing and sponsor PlayerEssence. We've got emotes, kind of like Twitch. It's pretty cool. We have Toei. We also have a headband emote, and we actually passed up our goal last night of 10 sponsors, and we're going to be having a vote for our next emote. So consider sponsoring PlayerEssence. It really helps out. In addition to that, we get some pretty cool prizes as far as emotes and other things like that. So thank you so much for the support, and look forward to more live streams throughout the rest of the week. We're gonna have a ton of fun. Also make sure you hit that like button if you did like this video. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future, and subscribe to PlayerEssence for the latest Japanese, RPG, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you Ninja for the next video. Peace.